Maranya.
Hello there, Maranya.
Hello.
I didn't know that you were in charge of this show. Oh, I thought you had a cleaver hanging there. Making a ringing noise. Ring!
Ring! I
These-
just got finished watching this.
oh, I was gonna say, when did you buy that box set? It looks kind of cool.
I've had it for about 10 years.
Is that from Walmart or is that through something else?
I don't even remember where it was from. It's been sitting on my shelf for years.
Because that looks like really cool. I remember when when you buy like the Blu-ray box set, you get like something cool in addition. Now Walmart doesn't even do that much anymore.
Yeah, I've got Repo Man that's packaged as a license plate.
Yeah. They said Puppy's Fat Ugly Head on the thumbnail. Yeah. Did you see it, Breen? The thumbnail?
No.
Let me upload it.
There is only one best Christmas movie, and that would be Die Hard. Thank you.
And Die Hard too.
Yes.
I like We're No Angels. So, for those who didn't get a chance to see the thumbnail, I couldn't resist it. There's a skull there. I'm like, why not? Throw him on there.
That looks like someone from the Muppet Show.
That's Puppetine.
It's puppets and
Oh.
pixels.
Oh, okay.
And they're eating him. If
Oh,
you
now
guys
you're
have
giving
noticed,
them food poisoning. Good.
well, I'm sure there's a lot of stuffing in there. Now, here's a question though: are the pixel fingers still in there? No. Have you guys been noticed the past couple of thumbnails? I've been throwing in the Appetite Abyss or whatever the EC book is,
Yeah.
just editing it a little bit, just for the fun.
Yeah, it'd been nice if I'd been able to get it.
If
Yeah.
they had Puppetine on the cover, that'd be awesome.
And so, maybe tomorrow. I won't be able to get them, but in next week,
Yeah.
I'll just be watching whatever you guys are showing because they've already said not a chance in hell they'll have the books by Thursday.
I don't know. It's not guaranteed for me on for next Thursday as well after Christmas with Diamond. For those who are wondering what's going on with the books and stuff, for those who are not collecting stuff right now, or maybe you are, haven't heard. One of my shops said that Diamond is basically condensing from 2 warehouses down to 1, and the plan was supposed to start in early spring of next year to do that. But the warehouse where they're leaving, the guy basically reneged on the deal and said, "Get the hell out."
And I've also heard that this may be a rumor, but I heard that Diamond was also cutting staff. So I don't know.
Yeah,
if
great
that part
time,
is
isn't
true.
it?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't if they were going to plan to move down to 1 warehouse, they should have done it back in 2020.
Yeah.
When there was no books coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, dumb. But anyway,
Market's been tanking lately anyway, so it would be a good idea to have done it then.
but all right, though, guys, what is going on in the chat? Meow to you, my favorite. Good luck. Why is he a good luck cat to her? Did she feed you? That's what I want to know. I've always wondered that. Why is Marani always like the favorite of Black Cat? Maybe she threatens him.
Because he's probably afraid of her. Just and from what I hear, you said
she's got dirt on him.
I don't know the woman, but from the way you guys talk about it, I guess she's got some sort of power.
Yeah, she does wiggles her nose.
Yes.
She has a lot of influence, yes.
Yes. Black cats are good luck to me. Said Zach not once. All right. Brian, what's up? And I think that's it. Only 3 people? Well, in the chat. Anyway, let's show off some books. Who wants to go first? Who has the least amount of books?
Did you get my message I just sent you in X?
Sheena Easton, yeah.
Yeah, the one above that.
Oh, I clicked at that and I didn't scroll up.
No, I gave you my list so the picks would be ready. But yeah, I'm sure you already have them ready. So I have 4. So you want me to go first?
Hold on, let me, because I can upload them then.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have Absolute Batman ready as a thumbnail, but that's one of your books.
Okay.
But he also has Rockefellers. Okay,
Mhm.
here's the list because you have 4 books.
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
books. Because you said New Gods. Yeah. So.
Yes, and I have 4 this week. Yeah.
All right. So you have You have Rockefellers. Or no. How's this
Yeah.
go? So Rockefellers is number 4. Number 3 is New Gods.
Correct.
Not bad. Never heard of that one.
Yeah. Well, because I put Rockefellers above that as 3 and
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
Absolute Batman.
Number 2.
G.I. Joe is beating out Absolute Batman. I did not read
Yeah,
G.I.
G.I. Joe's number 1.
Yeah, I did not get a chance to read that book at all this week, unfortunately.
If you're gonna like it.
I've been dealing with basically doing laundry and just snow. So yeah, I got all my books this week, but I didn't get a chance to read all of them. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4 unread books out of 12.
I have 4
Non-existent books.
ungotten yet books out of 10. Hey, did you see who's on Gutfeld tonight?
Gutfeld?
When Tyrus introduces him, he'll probably say, "Hi guys."
Oh, Chris Jericho.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, it's actually I don't understand why there's so much hate for Chris Jericho. The dude actually like puts people over. I love it.
Because the Aarons and LKs of the world hate him because he's got the wrong 3 letters next to his job title.
Right. All right. This week for me, I'll go real quickly through I only have 12 new books, but this is basically a book I get every week or every month. Comes out. Walking Dead Deluxe, number 103, original cover. This is the back. This is the redone. Yeah, let's just say if you haven't read the story, well, yeah, you got pretty much Negan coming into Alexandria in this part, and yeah, I'm not gonna say any more than this, but basically, if you haven't got a chance to read these, it's still a fun way to collect them, and I'm not sure how much they go for now. The back issues of these though, if they brought them in value or not. I wouldn't think there because it's in black and white, but I mean in color, I can't imagine them being like $7 or $8. That's crazy. I imagine they're probably down to $2 or $1 now. They've been out for what, 2 years now? But all right. Starting with the so that'd be my number 12. My number 11 is another book. Is a book I did not read. So gets. I know it's a weird design. This is Lucia Perillo. It always does these weird designs for characters.
Mm-hmm.
Lionel is tall, but he's not like Venom. Why he draws him that way, but all right. Number 10 is kind of a Christmas theme. Fairy tale team up with Robin Hood and Red Agent. So 48-page content. I did not get a chance to read that either. All right. All right, so this is number 9. Babin 89. Echoes. Did not get a chance to read that. That's why it's towards the bottom. But who knows? Maybe it'll go up higher. This is the stock card variant, which kind of like prefer. And what's weird is that they don't put the actual, like, remember DC was doing that? They give you like the cards to get the card stock variant, and then the inside is actually the main cover. No, that's not it. That's this case. But yeah, look, all right. But that's supposed to feature the Scarecrow first appearance in that one. All right. Number 8. Did not get a chance to read. But I'm excited to read this because of what happened in the last page of the last issue. So, looking forward to it. All right. Now I'm starting the books that I did read. And I think, yeah. All right. Yeah. Number 7 is Catwoman. remember that people would complain when Batman was on in Gotham and he left. It was kind of like, why do you have Batman outside of Gotham? We want to go in Gotham only. Selena Kyle is basically, she left Berlin. Now she's in Stockholm, Sweden, and she's pretty much been on her old life, which she was as known as Evie in her past life. Someone's been hunting her down, and now she's basically been trying to figure out who it is. Now she basically goes to this kind of like fancy underground party, where this basically a rich guy, he likes hot girls in costumes, and so basically she says that, and then I kind of like this issue because they're showing basically she's not making Selena look stupid. Everybody here thinks that she's Evie, her past life, but I think is when she was basically in if they're going by when she was in Rome, that story with Tim Sale, The Long Halloween, if they're going back to that part. But she outsmarts people. She gives, she catches this girl basically on the rooftop, the two brother and sister who are hunting her down. And she basically, she's got the other girl by the whip hanging there. And she's like, dude, like, hey, I got your sister here. Put the gun down. And he's like, no. So then Selena lets the girl fall then and jumps off. And the girl pretty much, she mentions, probably broke her spine. And then she goes to the costume party that's going on. She says, like, well, I'm here, She says somewhere in the distance, she hears an involuntary scream of a brother watching his sister bleed out. But I don't know. It's just basically like a spy. It's pretty much like a Selena Kyle spy book. A lot better than Teeny Howard stuff. She's not out there. She doesn't have a new lover. She's not shitting on and saying Batman sucks and that stuff. It's been a different take with Torn Grunbeck on there. I've really been enjoying it. What I'd say is as good as the Ram V. It's different. Ram V was more ground based in was it Alleytown or what was the one that she's from with the cats, where she had the stray cats? That was Alleytown. But
I don't remember.
Anyway, number 6 for this week. It's DuckTales.
Ooh.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if it was going to do that. I usually have the Lesters do that. But this has been fun. The boys continue the story. The boys, with Uncle Scrooge, and I love how the old school art like this. This looks nostalgia every time I open this page and I see the kind of font like that, like the old books, gemstone and everything was doing. And basically, Scrooge says that, hey, all maps start with the center, and I basically founded Duckburg, and he's going to tell him. He takes the boys on a tour of Duckburg as they go through, and then they come across. Well, don't pay attention to Glom Gold Holdings. There's always a dark spot in every city.
Every city.
Oh yeah. So then they go see this Count Dracula versus Quackenstein in the theater. They end up basically getting scared by the movie and stuff, and then they drop their change and everything. And turns out that one of the guys working there were basically we're scamming people out of their money by basically that not giving them their full change back and everything. So Scrooge basically has to go and confront them. But he also says, like, it reminds me of a story back. Well, with what was her name? Magica? What was her name?
Magica the Spell.
Magica the Spell. Basically, him fighting against her. He went to go see a play in Rome, and then they're all trying to get his dime. And he's like, "Well, I don't have my dime." Well, she's like, "Well, I'll take that dime," because that's how basically petty she is. And basically, he outsmarts her towards the end. But a nice self-contained book. As I said, if you like the DuckTales stuff, this is pretty much DuckTales. There's no inserted agenda. So there's narration in here too and everything, which is kind of cool. Not many books today have narration. That's not self-narration. Alrighty then, my top 5 for this week. 5. It's Rockefellers. I got stuck with this cover. I was hoping to get the other one with the Christmas tree, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Breen, you haven't read this, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it for you. Haven't read it.
You can go ahead and spoil it because, like I said, I didn't get Ultimate Spider-Man. So when you get to that, you can go ahead and spoil it.
So we're finally getting to see here. The villain can see across time and space. We're seeing all of the Ghost Machine properties. Let's zoom in. Geiger, red coat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. So, another reminder that these are connected in case you forgot to people behind these, because otherwise, guys, that is true. Because when I read these books, I'm like, okay, where's the connection to Geiger? Where's the connection to Geiger in this? The newer book, Peter J. Tomasi's writing this Christmas story, pretty much. They go to get a Christmas tree, and the little girl, and last minute, the guy's got to chop down the chainsaw. It's like your typical 80s, kids there. He's like a punk there. He might as well smoke a cigarette and be like, bro, I'm going to cut down the tree now, bro. You want or not? Kind of cool stuff. And like the last minute, the girl's like, no, you can't cut it down. It's illegal. Because where they're from, apparently there must be like a dystopian country or future where there's really hardly any trees left.
No, I think they have technology to make up for it now, so they want to keep the trees. I don't know. That might be why they left.
Yeah, but so basically, the dad ends up making his own tree, growing a tree out of the twig they grabbed off the ground, which is really kind of weird. There, I'm kind of what's going on with the neighbor here. She goes to the mail something, the girl does, and then the neighbor like puts on the flag down.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and like what's shady kind of like that is like, because he said if you need anything, tell your folks and give me a shot. I'll be around for the sprint market run or something. And she's kind of like he's kind of like trying to flirt with her, but she's kind of like not into it. So kind of creepy, but like I said, it's a fun book, and every time I read this, this is Pedro Pascal. If he was Reed Richards. This is the better book for him. This is what I want. Instead of having him as Reed Richards, give Pedro Pascal this book and make this the movie. Probably better. But yeah, awesome art, a lot of hijinks. The tree gets, of course, whenever someone makes an experiment like this, apparently this guy, he must have there's always a problem, and I guess that must be the writing narrative of this guy when he does something, because he creates a Christmas tree, but then the Christmas tree gets out of control, starts grabbing everybody. They basically end up taking it to where it wants to be. But so now there's unearthly giant Christmas tree surrounding everything. And remember they're not supposed to make a big scene. I think that's gonna bite them in the butt. But also, who is this? Who is the mystery villain? Like, I thought we were gonna get a face reveal soon. But my prediction would be like it's the grandma.
Oh, I don't know.
A younger version or a different version.
Yeah, could be.
Or it's actually she's got the same haircut as Mary Jane's sister. So. All right, number 4. Batman Robin. Another fun book, and I thought it actually stayed close to the actual title. The original story ties into it. I'm not sure what book that is, but basically Batman run a boat, and then Robin causes him to get knocked, the container come over, and it takes Batman into the water. I remember reading that or seeing that on an older book. Does that sound familiar to you, Breen, at all?
No, but I've read a million books, so it's.
I could have sworn there's one of the older books, one of their first Avengers, because they're on a container basically, and a shipping yard container boat, and then basically not Deathstroke. I was gonna say Deathstroke, but this is fresh in my mind. But Two-Face ends up flooding the ballast, what they're called?
Ballast.
Ballast is this causes the ship to take on water. Robin it's on, and basically getting that problem because, well, Two-Face, while he's being interrogated, says that, hey, who do you think allowed those guys to go into the circus and kill those people? So because of this, now Robin loses his cool, and it's a really cool story. And it's Robin is a good kid, but Dick Grayson is a dick. He's a problem child, and Alfred points out, I love in this. There's a page in here, where basically, well, it starts off with basically Bruce Wayne deep in thought, Alfred yelling at him like, "Hey, pay attention to me, sir, Governor." And he says it's a nightmare. Every time I got to go in there, Robin basically kicks Alfred out and locks the door. And I love it. He's like, and of course, on top of this, while Alfred's kind of he's like, "Oh, you missed the sweater." And Alfred's like, "What the hell? My hands are quite full." I love this. Yeah, like I said, it's a good book. Bruce Wayne learning that he has to be more hands-on. He can't just be Batman. He can't expect Dick Grayson to be just like him as a kid. Because Alfred says, "Sir, you went on from 12 to 25 within a matter of minutes. If your parents were murdered, pretty much. Like, you were a kid at 25. This kid he's a nightmare." All right. And then I gotta go with my number 3. Awesome book. Looking forward to the next issue.
Is that weekly?
Yeah, it's weekly.
Wow.
The next issue comes out next week after Christmas.
Cool.
Just fun, absolute fun. It's just so Etrigan is just awesome in this. Etrigan, they storm the castle. They're attacking this. They get attacked by this monster, and like everybody's doing their thing, attacking this stuff with Metamorpho and all them, and Metamorpho's like, maybe don't look this way, because he see Etrigan. He's like, the Gargantua wants us all for its feast. Etrigan will go to the belly of the beast. Come in, and know me better, man. And I love it. It's like John Stewart's like, that's kind of nasty. It's especially nasty. Mary's like, I could have gone a lifetime without saying that. And I love the Superman. He's covering Robin. It zooms on the font here. I won't. Come on, camera. Yeah, I love this. Maybe he'll stop. No, he's still going. He's covering Damien's face. Or no, not Damien's, but Iris's face so she doesn't see. I kind of love that kind of humor like that. And then Etrigan jumps out and is like, I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look at me. He jumps out of the belly. He's like, you have never seen the like of me before. He says, you there, boy. What day is this? Etrigan's just going full Scrooge. And, I love it. It's just awesome. It's if you're looking for a wholesome, good Justice League book, this pretty much is a good Justice League book to read.
Art's really good in it.
Oh, I'm loving it. It's probably one of my favorite books this week or this of the year. Even though it's a little mini series, but still, it's like, remember they had what was it, a couple years ago? They had Endless Winter. This is miles ahead, better than that. Way better than that. I'm probably gonna go pick up the trade of the first one from last year of this, volume 1, because this is just so much fun. And then, like I said, having Wally West's kid, his daughter, on the team too it just adds more to the fun of this.
Little Irie.
Yep, little Iris or Irie, whatever. All right, number 2.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. I thought originally, because Jeremy was doing 2 stories, okay, so I'm like, okay, maybe they're not tied together because the Barry Allen story is a team up with Hal Jordan in the second story, but it's actually a continued story. It's basically, as Breen had talked about in top 5, this is Deathstroke before he went after the Teen Titans.
Oh, cool.
So he's not in his normal costume. He's in a black gray costume. That's his costume he's wearing.
Oh, that's sweet. I like that.
Yeah, and he has it said he has the eye patch down there, so he has already lost his eye still at this point. But again, apparently he's hunting down. He's doing favors for these people because he also wants to know what the heck Hive wants with him. So it's leading up to the Teen Titans. But like I said, I like this. And of course, we got advertised for Jeremy Adams book coming up.
I might have to go back and pick that up.
Dude, the only downside is we get to see the stupid Tom King in the there. If I can just use whiteout, I'll put a page in there.
No, right.
It starts off with the car just driving. They're on vacation for 2 days, couple days, and then they get pulled over by a cop. But it's not a cop; it's Deathstroke with a RPG. He's been hired to kill them by these group of villains, and I'm not sure who the main villain is, but we get to see Hal Jordan as he gets shot because he has a yellow bullet casing, so he did in the shoulder. He's all conscious. He has Ollie basically has him picked up and brought to his place. First thing he wakes up and he sees Dinah. So
cool.
Dinah was actually drawn pretty well here.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like the 70s. I'm not sure where this is supposed to take place.
I don't know if they would have it go back that far.
A modernized telling of it, I guess. This guy in the gas station, he's reading Absolute Demon. I'm not sure what that's called back to, but I really didn't see any.
Maybe that's a preview to a new Absolute title coming out.
Like I said, I don't see any modern. I didn't see anything modern in here though.
That would really screw up unless this is about the Bronze Age versions of those characters.
It is because the next. This is basically what takes place right before Teen Titans 2, which is 1980.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So this is separate from main continuity.
It's not. They use the term hard traveling heroes, but it's not set in the Adams O'Neill run. It's another time they've gotten together, unless they're just folding that in on into each other.
Yeah, so it's basically a story that Jeremy Adams is writing that takes place outside the continuity, but loosely a story. Like can they do when Marvel does those, what those, not a retcon, but they call the flashback stories, the writers. Yeah. So it's basically you get to see Hal team up with Green Arrow and stuff, but they got this guy in this purple robe here. Is that supposed to be the Hive?
Yes.
Don't know. It is okay.
Okay, it is the Hive. Okay, I thought it was. Couldn't tell. But it continues in the second story with Barry Allen. Like I said, I like it. And just the whole thing is just we get narration from Barry in this, and we get a Barry and Hal team up, and they go against Deathstroke again. Who attacks them, and like I said, it ends with basically just, hey, we're gonna. It's just story continues.
I wonder who hired him to kill them. That's going to be interesting to find out.
Yep. He says last words is like he says because he has the guys are basically who are. He says you guys are not the league, which is why I took this job. I wasn't interested in killing those heroes. If I was, they'd be dead. I wanted to find out who was trying to pull my strings. So tell me, what does Hive really want from Deathstroke the Terminator? Yeah, so like I said, it's a very, very good thing. Very good story. Probably, I said, Jeremy Adams just proves that he's better than Mark Waid at this point.
Yeah.
Current Mark Waid. I don't know what. I tried to kind of stretch to say all of Mark Waid, because he's had really good stories in the past too.
Yep.
All right, number 1. If you want a Christmas book that's also inside the interior is Christmas too, it's not just a cover. This is the book you go for. Don't go for the Marvel holiday crap that's been out for the past year, even this year now. Don't go for that. Pick up Ultimate Spider-Man. It's just great. Uncle Ben's here. We have a Christmas party. We have Jonah showing up with Ben, and then we have, well, unexpectedly, we have the return of Mary Jane's sister and her mother. Who kind of looks like, I told you, kind of looks like almost like Betty, and or the villain from the Rockefellers. But basically, this issue is just them two don't like each other. What's her sister's name again? I can't remember what her name is. Gail. That's what it is. We also have Anna Watkins in here too as well, and her sister, Mary Jane's mom on the left, who looks like Ultimate Aunt May. There was no booze drinking by Anna Watkins in this issue, so I have to drop it down a score. That's why it's, but I like it though, and I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but I mean it's a very good book. Uncle Ben is pretty much trying to avoid the Watsons because they both have a thing from him. We got get like the drama between Gail and Mary Jane. Where Gail never liked Peter Parker. She always said that he was kind of a loser, boring, that she deserved better, and that's kind of why she's never really been part of the round of the family since the kids were 2. Since they're young. Throughout this, here's what's cool about this. So Mary Jane's daughter, hey, Mom, can I use your phone? I want to play games on it. She's sure, but if somebody calls, let me know. If she's playing that, she's getting frustrated because she's losing the game. And then Gwen Stacy calls. So she runs up to her mom, who's fighting with Gail, and he's like, Mom, and she's like, I'll call her back. Let's go to voicemail. Okay. And multiple times it's going out there the whole episode. Or not episode, but issue. But no. A lot of drama. But it's just so much fun. Here she's at. She's shaking her. It's like this is. You can tell it's written by someone who actually understands kids. Mom, phone. Because we all did this when we were little. We all went up to well, maybe not some of us older folks, but like whenever you want to get your mom's attention, you'd grab on her shirt, pull it down, and yank it. Because she's usually talking to somebody, you want to go. But there was a happy resolution, and then Jonah also says, you know what? I'm going to go. Do you think she likes me? Of course they like me. I'm going to go ask her out. Because he has a thing for Mary Jane's mom, who apparently we learned that she is basically the ultimate version of Aunt May, where she pretty much, after her husband died, she's been divorced twice, and she loves basically she's rich and she loves traveling. So, very fun book. Next issue is Craven. I will not spoil the ending for anybody who hasn't read this. Go pick it up if you can. Get and just
that being the operative word.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah.
But I said, a very, very, very fun book, and I just was so happy to get a Hickman book. Or it's anybody. I don't care who does it, Hickman or not. Should I do my back issues, or you guys want to wait?
Why don't we both do ours after we've done the new books?
Okay.
I got a mountain also. Jeff, right. You're up.
He's never heard that before.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll go over the books that I've read already, and then the 4 that I haven't read. Picked this up because of the name. When they have a mature book in my shop, they keep it in a bag, so I really couldn't look inside. I really got to stop doing that stuff.
What mature book is this?
Motherfucking Monsters.
With Amanda Wawa.
Yeah, it's
these goddamn motherfucking monsters in my Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is, but the art is It's that way throughout the whole book.
Nice.
And pretty much anti-white man. Just horrible. Picked this up. It could have been interesting, but I have no idea about Nexus. I have no,
Oh, it does exist.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's also online too. I was reading part of it today.
I just thought that was one of the 4. I just figured that was one of those that would never actually come out, but I'm glad to see that it does.
My
exist.
shop did not get it, and if they did, they probably only got 1 copy.
Yeah. So it could have been good. I was lost. I had no idea. So it seemed pretty interesting, but
The good thing about this, it's not like the other ones where they're the comic book strips. It's actual full-fledged comic.
Yeah.
Which I saw that, and now I have to go back to my store and see if they have a copy because I'm now interested.
So yeah, I mean, it's just it may have been better if I knew more about the book.
Well, they kind of explain it, don't they? A little bit in there.
Ish.
But, and also, we live in the world of Google.
Well, Jeff, I recommend if you get a chance to go back and read some of the original series. It's not expensive to get a hold of. I mean, the books, the single issues themselves are not worth anything other than the 3 issues on Capital that were magazine sized. But the regular series, I like the first issue is only a couple bucks, and then the rest of them are the same. And they're a lot of dollar box fodder, but it's a tremendous series. I think it's the best thing Mike Barron ever did.
Okay.
Better than Badger?
And better than Punisher, and better than Flash.
Wow.
And better, I mean, as I said, and I've liked everything he's ever written.
So Nexus, I always got the hint that it's kind of like a Flash Gordon book. Is that
if Flash Gordon were tasked with murdering murderers? Yes.
Yes.
And if you say something's good, that's gonna be pretty good. I mean, I trust your word on that stuff. So But okay then.
If he's wrong, call him out on it.
Huh?
If he's wrong, call him out on that shit.
Give me an example of when that's happened.
Thank you.
I mean, comics wise,
Comics wise. Oh, okay. Well, that's a different story.
Yes.
I was gonna say, real world, it doesn't take long.
Yeah. You and I are old enough to know that there's it'll take a while to list half our mistakes, but yeah. Okay, and then this one right here is I picked this up yesterday because I only had a couple of DCs, and so I just picked this up, and it's kind of an interesting book. It starts out like right in the middle of an action. Got some guy who's trying to get away from these guys, so he throws a dog at him, and then he's got dynamite, and so it goes back to like 8 hours before it's in Seattle, and the woman's name is Namgoon Yoon Suk. Guess that's Korean. And everyone's just kind of being quiet around her. It turns out that she has this reputation of being a kook. And she's going to see Detective Mayfield. And I thought this was going to be bad because there's one little thing, one box in here that he says, you can call me Luke. And just to be upfront, my pronouns are they, them. And I was like, okay, this is going to be one of those books. But that's the only thing in there where they, bring that in there, and they don't bring stuff up like that again.
I'll call you Benny. You can call me Al.
Yeah, no kidding. But if what's his name going to be in it?
Chevy Chase?
Oh. Chevy Chase, yes. But turns out that this woman she has an ability. She sees, hence the name, strings going between people. There's 2 different color strings. One of them is black, which is between people who have been murdered, and I guess one end is the person who's been murdered, the other end is the person who did it, so that she can help, solve murders. The other one is blue, is between 2 people who have slept together.
Oh, damn.
And so she's like a consultant with the police department to help solve murders, and then you find out why they're chasing that person, and it was pretty good. I actually kind of enjoyed it, despite that little, attempt at the beginning of the hiccup at the beginning. And then I got this. I think that's already been out. It said new, but I started reading it. It looked familiar, so I'll read that a little later.
I'm surprised that's still going.
Yeah. Oh, it's still a good book. But then we have.
Well, I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just shocked because I don't hear anybody talking about it.
Yeah,
that's the first time
it's no longer the flavor of the month.
Yeah,
no, but it's a decent book. But then I have Something Is Killing the Children. I guess number 1, a silver shiny thing, and then the Tin Can Society is number 3. This is kind of a good book. It's about a group of friends who you got the guy with the crutches there. He was a kid. All the people in this book met as kids, and this kid was, sickly and no one liked him. But then all these kids made friends with him, and then he grew up to be a really, really, really rich, kind of like Tony Stark scientist type guy, and actually made himself a suit.
Cool.
To move around and became a superhero on it. And then this is about one of them getting killed, and them trying to figure out who did it. It's a good series.
It was a one-legged man.
One-armed man.
Well, that's a different story. Can't do it.
Yes, it is. Okay, and then the last 3 of the DC ones on there. This is number 3. This isn't bad. It's getting a little bit better. I still think it's the best of the 3. Of the 3 absolutes. I am not getting Superman anymore, and I'm not getting Wonder Woman, and it goes out of order. Batman.
Superman, Wonder Woman. He's not getting Superman anymore.
The absolute, no.
His loss.
Yeah, well, I think I can. I think I can deal with that.
Where's the absolute Superman fandom or the absolute fandom, bro?
Yeah. And
me and Zach are all they need.
Boy, they're hurting.
Does Zach show up in the meeting with his hood?
The second best this week of the stuff I've read, The World's Finest. This one doesn't really have Batman and Superman in it. They have them on a couple pages at the beginning, a couple pages at the end. This one has Batgirl and Jimmy Olsen teaming up, along with the Super Pets.
I almost picked it up. I was like, oh my gosh, that's really great art. Then I looked inside, it's not Dan Moore, and I put it back.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool because they're trying to figure out what happened to Batman and Superman.
Is Dan Moore off the book, or is he just going to break?
He's probably off the book because he's doing Justice League, and he's doing something else now too.
Yeah, because you can tell there's a huge drop in art quality. And I noticed that's why I was kind of like, nope, I put it back. I'll read it online. If I want to.
But that's a lot of DC.
He shows a couple of interior pages. That's what the art looks like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just was not a fan of that art style.
I've noticed that with a lot of DC stuff lately that the art is kind of what's what I'm looking for, sucking. But it's not as bad as that first one.
When you see the cover, then you see the interior art, you can tell there's a huge difference with quality. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not anywhere near Dan Moore, which I saw the cover and I was kind of upset.
Yeah, it's
show the actual faces, not the dogs.
Yeah, like what does Batgirl and Jimmy look like in there?
So yeah, I mean it's not
terrible, but
it's
a
couple steps above cartoony-ish, but it's not it's not like that first book that I showed.
She's got googly eyes.
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes the story's good and you ignore the art. That's
here's a better one right there of them.
Okay, wait a minute.
Like,
What are those? What's that growth on Batwoman's chest or Batgirl's chest? I didn't think comics did that anymore.
No. Maybe
That's
she's got
sexist.
cancer. But yeah, I've noticed that they're sort of doing that with Power Woman too. So they haven't really been diminishing those either.
Her name is was it Paige?
Hey, her eyes are up here. And then number 1 for the week, and then I still have a couple ones here, is the Batman and Robin number 3. And you already went over that one, so it's really good. And you know why, you guys, I've been having a little bit of a problem finding the motivation to read stuff this week, and Breen, you guys know why. But so I have like 4, 5 things that I haven't had a chance to read. String number 2.
I always tell people, hire my services. I'll come over with a cattle prod. You know, if you want to quit something, I'll just keep shocking until you stop doing it.
Well, that's
You associate smoking cigarettes with pain, you kind of stop after a while.
no, it has nothing to do with the cigarette.
Unless you're a sadist and you love it.
I was gonna say, you don't want to get me and a cattle prod together. That might be a bad situation.
Moving on.
And Breen and RDV, you will probably appreciate this because this is who you're going to think it is. Rockabilly Vampiro Apocalypse. Number 3. Yes, that Vampiro.
The old wrestler?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't have this last week because I didn't buy him yet, but I saw there's 1 and 2 there last week, and I picked up number 1, read it, and then got number 2, and then told him to get it. So we have Vampiro. This is a really cool book. What it is there is a guitar player, right? He's a legendary guitar player. He's supposed to be better than you name any of the top guitar players. Everyone says, you put in like Hendrix, anyone of the people they say is, the best guitar player, Hendrix, B.B. King, Slash, whoever, Clapton, whoever. This guy's better, and he's been around for like 50 years. Huh?
They're not over above Taylor Swift. She's the best guitar player.
That's right. It says so on that list.
Yeah.
Yes. And he's been around for like 50 or 60 years, and you never see him, but he just does these little concerts, pops up and disappears. But with it is this starts out with a guy who's one of those little like music head vlogs or like a conspiracy vlog. He's found out that this guy's doing a concert and there's only 200 people there and they have to be invited, and it's really, really, the top 1% of the top 1% type of people, and he's going to crash it because he wants to interview the guy. And it turns out that he's a vampire, and he's fighting like demons and stuff.
Sounds like a good book for Chassie to pop in.
And of course, you have all these other other conspiracy vlog people in there. And did Brain? You might know this. Did Vampiro have an assistant who's a luchador?
I don't remember. The only time I really knew about Vampiro was when he was one of the 11 billion people that WCW signed in the 90s.
Yeah, but he has an assistant in this one who's a luchador, and now he's also fighting like demons, and one of the guys there is demons, but they're also being pursued by this biker gang of nuns who are trying to kill them too. It's actually kind of fun.
Biker gang nuns. That's what I want.
Yeah, it's a fun story. I mean, it's not, I don't think that he's taking themselves too seriously on this one.
If you don't like it, it's none of your business, right?
Damn right. And then number 2, I have Exit City. Number 2.
Exit City.
I knew that was coming. As soon as I said city, I knew that was coming.
City. I knew that was coming.
And I think I reviewed number one, so you got number one the last time I was doing it. It's kind of hard to describe, but it was a fun story. And of course, then there's number one, which I know is going to be good.
Ooh, you got the other cover.
Yes, the Christmas cover.
The variants. You get $1 more.
$4.99.
Yeah, I think they're $3.99. Yep. No, that actually is the same price. Wow.
Then I got this is a Garth Ennis book. Freddy the Fix. Garth Ennis, and it's got monsters in it.
And satire and babes.
And the same artist as the Batman series that the Oversized that was just out earlier this year.
Mike Perkins, Mike Spencer, Andy Troy, and Rob Steen. Looks like it's got some pretty good art. The only problem I have with it, I haven't read it yet. The only problem I have with this, it says it's crazy good, Stephen King. So Stephen King is.
Well, I mean, look at the Gun Honey. Stephen King and Edward Breaker, they're just using the same quotes over and over again.
But Gun Honey started out good, and it's good now. They're just those.
And Brubaker's still praising it with that same quote.
But Breen did have a point earlier that he gets that one quote that one time, and they just keep running it. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
It's not like he's renewing it.
He might be.
Stock quotes.
Yeah, stock quotes. And then I got this one yesterday just because I thought I'd have enough time to read the stuff, but it's 3D anomaly. It's a space thing with the typical 1950s, what are those things? 3D glasses. Haven't read those yet either. But so these are the ones I have to get done and set. And that's all I've got done. But I wanted to show these. I got these a long time ago, but Brian and RDV, you'll know why I'm showing these. These are some movies that I got from my dad a long time ago that I'm going to be watching over here. A bunch of these like 1950s, 40s, and 30s.
What was that? I couldn't see the reflection. What is that?
Old horror movies.
The Night Train to Terror.
Yes. Snow Beast, The Devil's Daughter, Man of the Wolf.
That's always great to watch for Christmas. The Devil's Daughter.
Yeah, and just A Bucket of Blood, Devil's Hands. These are all stuff that he had watched, and so he sent them up to me. And
that's funny. They look like bootlegs.
No, they're actually. Yeah.
I know, but it's like the cover is like it looks like a bootleg.
I think Bucket of Blood's a Beatnik movie from like 1959.
Yeah, it starts out with a guy reading. Yes, that was. It starts out with him reading a poem and stuff like that.
Are you sure that's not Amanda Wawa talking about like somebody ate her bucket of chicken, now she's got a bucket of blood for the people she killed.
And I think one of them is all Bela Lugosi movies: The Gorilla, The Devil Bat, The Human Monster, The Invisible Ghost, and The Ape Man. But so last Thursday or Wednesday night, maybe Thursday, before I came home. My mom, there's this collection. My dad still has this collection of these old horror movies, something like that. But one of them is a Hammer movie collection. Some of the odder stuff, and a bunch of other collections like that. And my mom was like, "Do you want these?" Because she wouldn't, no interest at all.
I mean,
that's not her type of thing. I mean, not her.
It's understandable. I'm not into a whole bucket of blood.
Yeah,
I want the bucket of chicken.
So she's like, "You want these?" I'm like, "Who are you? Do you even need to ask?" So I didn't have any room in my luggage, so it's being mailed up to me now.
You mean the siblings weren't fighting over it?
No, we each got stuff. They had other things they wanted, and
I got my dad's old brute cologne.
No, but I got those and a bunch of Calvin Hobbes collection.
Oh, nice.
Yes, which I'm gonna have to give a couple to my nephew because I was instructed to do that. But But
I mean,
I'll show those when they get
kind
here.
of Hobbs as in comic book strips, or as like the show cartoon?
The collection of the
Oh.
Yeah, there was never cartoons, never anything. Bill Watterson would not license them out for any. And so I said, now he's just like living in obscurity somewhere.
Yep.
I mean, it's
the new one.
Yeah, reading up about the guy who created Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That guy lucked out because
he
created it for a department store. But then he retired, and then they eventually just, hey, you know what? Here, you can have full rights to the thing. And so the guy just started doing toys and all this stuff. And now Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is one of the top 3 Christmas things people know about Christmas as far as stuff.
Venkman, he did. When he introduced him, he goes, "Hey guys."
Yeah.
And MKF. Yes, I did, and don't get me started.
It'll never stop.
It looks like it's gonna suck. Just let me.
Well, isn't that usually a good thing?
Not in movies. This looks okay. They have too many people there. It's gonna be too crowded. It's just gonna be like what they did with BVS.
I have minor complaints. It could be good, but my minor complaints are nitpicks. Basically, you have Nathan Fillion, who's much older actor than the Superman actor, and he's playing Guy Gardner, who technically should be younger than Superman, or right around the same age. It just feels kind of weird, but Lex Luthor kind of looks like a dweeb.
He was based on that one, the one where he's dying or something like that. But
I wanted the post-crisis fat Lex Luthor. I want the one in charge.
Yeah. But the problem is, it looks like what they did with BVS. BVS could have been good, but it was too overcrowded with people, and I think that's what is going to happen with this. And Clark Kent looks like a giant tool and a little.
He looks like Jeremy Adams. When you put the Superman face next to Jeremy Adams from Born Supremacy, it's not Jeremy Adams, but Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, I was going to say you just posted that a little earlier.
Yeah, Jay says he can't see it, but man, I can't unsee it now.
Yeah, it's All-Star Superman. I think it was All-Star Superman. I think it was. Thank you, there, MK.
But hey, if it's good, it's great. If it sucks, well,
I'm just saying that it looks like it because I'm going to withhold judgment until I see it.
I'll probably see it online.
Fair enough.
But I shouldn't say anything about it. I use Brute. I use Axe. So.
My thing is, I'm going day one.
My thing is, I'm tired of this. Let's do a 10-year plan. I'd rather just have an older Superman already established. Instead of having to.
That's what he's doing.
He's continuity's wide open. He's not sticking to just one thing.
But I mean, he's a younger Superman. This is like Superman year 3 or year 2 or something like that.
From what I understand, they've already been operating for a while, and all these people have been established already.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
I just want I want an older Superman actor. How old is the character? Is he late 20s? Or is he early 30s?
No, he's got to be. I'll look it up, but I think he's in his early mid-30s.
He just looks young. And my fear is that they're going to do what Marvel does.
July 8th, 1993. He is 31. He will be 32 when the movie hits.
Yeah, he's young. That's young, bro.
No, that's actually how old Superman is in the comics. He's in his early 30s.
Well, then everyone around him should be that same age then, right?
No, I'm just saying that's
the time scale. Aren't they all the heroes around the same age?
Wonder Woman's a lot older. She's a couple thousand.
Different.
No, but her appearances they all look youthful. That's what I'm saying. But like I said, let's see what James Gunn does with it. Hopefully, it's not.
All I was saying is that I didn't like the way it looked in the trailer.
I don't want Suicide Squad and Superman. I hope he doesn't do that.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Because Creature Commandos was definitely Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
and the whole crypto thing I didn't like, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna open mind. I'm gonna go in with an open mind.
Oh, it is Pruitt Taylor Vance as Jonathan Kent. That dude's a good actor. It's awesome.
Breen, will this be your first DC movie that you watch in like 30 years? Have you watched any of the DC movies?
I've seen most of them actually.
Oh, really? Oh,
well, not most of them. I've seen. Yeah, I saw the first Aquaman, first Shazam, first Wonder Woman, Batman vs Superman.
Okay.
I haven't seen the Pattinson Batman.
I didn't
think
you're
movies of any of those.
Yeah, I didn't think you were watching them. I figured these kind of like just wasn't your thing.
Now, look, give me this. Now, you saw the Guy Gardner haircut, right?
It looks good.
The mo.
You know what that reminds me of? Did you ever watch Mad TV?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
Stewart. Yes.
That guy.
Stewart.
But it's comic book accurate though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a douchey haircut because he's a douchey character.
That's the first thing I saw.
You know, it reminds me of Mo, from the Three Stooges.
Yeah,
and I wonder if that was the intention.
That's what it was intended to be.
Exactly. So, that's my case. All right. Any more, or who's next?
That's it.
Jay.
We already listed off mine.
Oh, we did. I guess it's me then.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go and lie down, guys. I will listen in the chat. I'll see y'all later.
All right, see you, Jay.
Have a good night, old man.
All right. Number 6, Flash Gordon Quarterly.
Ooh.
There's 3 stories in here. First one's about, and I'm not too familiar with Flash Gordon lore, but like Prince Baron and some giant ape who are sworn enemies are fighting to the death, and then they realize they have a common enemy, so they end up teaming up, and it's kind of fairly well done the way they do it, and then they agree to keep the team going. Maybe there's only 2 stories in here. No, there's 3. Are there 2, 3? And the second one is a Dale Arden story, which tells how she gets in the predicament that she's in Defenders of the Earth.
Really? So
yeah.
It's fine. Cool.
And then there's a Flash Gordon story that I guess is set in the modern age, where Dale's like this businesswoman of some sort, or whatever the hell.
I thought they would have done a flashback in a Flash Gordon story.
And I guess this is a separate continuity because that one continues in the next issue of Flash Gordon Quarterly. The rest of these should go quick because we've covered them all. Silent Night, again, just another fun issue. There's the tree cover of Rockefellers. And that was fun. Like I said, this is a fun book. Oh, by the way, did you see Zach's video today?
No, I subscribed.
Remember that book Devour?
Yeah.
It's written by the most cliche-looking lesbian you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Who? Remember that picture of all those guys that comprised Ghost Machine?
Yeah.
Well, she was one of them.
Yeah.
That's how butch she looks. I didn't realize it was a woman. 2 credits. 2 credits before they brought her in as a partner. So I said, we'll see. I mean, I think everybody's in agreement that that's the worst Ghost Machine book that's been done so far.
She's not doing a team book like Denise Camp, which is an Ultimate.
But
a mistake.
It's not. I mean, there was her. There were no agenda-driven characters. Although I did find it amusing that the man who was taken to calling everybody birthday party clowns for reviewing things they didn't watch, saw fit to trash that book and the new Catwoman without reading either.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
He trashed Catwoman not even reading it.
Yeah, he said he didn't know what lesbian was writing that now, and then he said, "Oh, I don't think she is one, but yeah, so I guess it's rules for thee."
I'll have to go over there and give him Pixel Finger.
Number 3, Absolute Batman. More of the same. It's just like I said, just action-filled absurdity, and that's exactly what I want out of this particular Batman title.
Nice.
Number 2, Batman and Robin. We've been over that. This has been a very enjoyable read so far. No reason to think it won't continue. I do kind of like how structured Robin is, but when he's not in costume, he's just
you have a nightmare.
But number 1, and I'm guessing this would have been number 1 even if I'd gotten Ultimate Spider-Man. This was terrific. Jeremy Adams, without question, is the best writer at DC, and that includes Mark Waid.
Yep.
But who in the blue hell is Lucas Meyer?
I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, he's in Dan Moore country already. I mean, this art is just
on that
excellent.
book,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's doing any of the other regular DC titles, but if he's not, for FFS, put him on one. And Dan Moore is doing Superman also. That's a Superman in Justice League. So I guess he doesn't have time for World's Finest anymore. And to be honest, I think he got the relationship between Hal and Ollie pretty well. As I said, one of the mistakes that a lot of people make when they're writing Ollie now is making him a progressive. He's not. He's at least one of the ones. It might have been New 52 where he went after the SJWs. Because Ollie's a liberal, not a progressive, and Jeremy Adams understands that.
And I'm afraid about the Chris Condon by that next issue if it's going to go that way, because so far the first issue didn't seem that way.
Yeah, but in the second story, the Flash story, honestly, Travis Mercer, not in Lucas Meyer's class, but better than a lot of the regular artists on DC titles. So,
Yep.
Yeah, definitely well worth the pickup. And like I said, Lucas Meyer should be doing damn near any book he wants, and hopefully we'll see him on something because he's
exactly.
That was just a pleasant surprise from beginning to end. And unfortunately, since my shop didn't get Epitaphs from the Abyss, Ultimate Spider-Man, Johnny Quest, and I can't remember the other one. And the Nexus book. That's all I have.
All right.
Oh, hey, Breen, is this hold on, I guess you need to be able to see this. Is this what is his name? The really famous fantasy writer, author?
Fantasy author?
I don't know, John.
The artist. He does.
Frazetta?
Frazetta. Is that a Frazetta?
Hold on.
I don't think so, but it could be.
It looks like a Frazetta.
Well, it definitely looks like one, but I don't know if they have the rights to do old Frazetta prints.
Yeah, because I was looking at it and it automatically reminded me of Frazetta.
Oh, it definitely is remind you of him.
He's like, I'm done. All right, here I go. That is rebagging, reboarding some of the stuff I got. But all right. So I got some back issues, as I said, and kind of happy with the ones I got. We're gonna start off with a Christmas issue.
Roy Cook, part of it is Diamond, but
happy holidays. Did you guys get the turkey stuff? You sure did. He can't hold another bite. Yeah. Just check your total TV listing for time and channel. New Archies are back. So, yeah. They found a whole bunch of empty cans of corn on the bottom here. Oh, that was hilarious. I saw that for $1. Then I was going there, and I'm like, oh, look. Veronica in Paris. This was on one of the rankings. So. And then I got issue 3, Veronica in Japan. $1 issues. First Japanese adventure. All right. Veronica in Hollywood. Issue 4. So. And then we have Veronica in India. Let's go over here. Hey, look, it's Evil Black Cat.
Wow, they probably would not make that cover these days.
Yeah. And then continuing, I was going through, and I was like, oh, dude, they do have it. Where's the Outsiders? Christmas Carol. So I was excited. I mean, I would prefer to have Batman in there, but look at Halo with that horrible haircut. So.
Is it just Lightning now, sort of like what they're doing with all the other characters?
I don't know.
You know, it used to be like Black Lightning, and now it's just.
And then
Lightning.
we go to Roy Thomas McFarlane.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Is that your first Infinity Inc?
It's like my second or third. Just coming across them, and I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool cover. So I wish it would focus in more. There it goes.
I think that's a McFarlane cover. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So yeah, might as well. Because I saw this. It's like you got the villains over the giant city.
Giant City.
Yeah. And then completing my collection, I found issue 7 of Vision of the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, you have all 12 now?
Almost. I'm like 3 away. I got 8. So. Indentured servants of the Enchantress. Little tarot cards. So, number 9. Then I have issue 10. Quicksilver goes mad. Gets a box. Guest starring the Filthy Inhumans, right, Palpatine? Oh.
And that actually leads to something, because in the next year's annuals of the Avengers and West Coast Avengers, the villain they're fighting is Quicksilver. CT goes full on super villain.
All right, and then I just whenever I got a cool cover like this. It's based off the animated adventure series, but yeah, who will stop the Juggernaut, bitch? So I like this. And then the last issue, because they adapted this in the cartoon. So here's the comic book adapting the cartoon, adapting the comic. Where Rogue has to deal with the psyche of Miss Marvel, who has a lot of hair.
That is a lot. That's a John Byrne amount of hair.
So I saw
a lot of hair, a lot of leg on his.
Like I said,
characters.
I'm not sure who's the artist. This is John Herbert and Reg Adams.
AMK, you trying to give us a migraine with that joke?
Jeez. But yeah, that's it for my back issues this week. Like I said, I was happy to get some more Christmas stuff and everything else that's going on with everything. So I was happy to just find more stuff for cheap. Anytime I get to read a Christmas Carol thing from a DC hero or Marvel heroes I haven't read before, it's always fun.
Are we not having our ringleader in tonight?
No, he's out this week. He's having Christmas parties. Yeah.
At least I had an excuse for missing last week.
Well, I mean, they got to have parties and meetings.
Yes.
Yes, he's kind of.
I understand it's a clandestine meeting.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, emphasis on clan.
So, like I said, I was happy to walk away with some older books, the Veronicas, and then the Laugh Archie stuff. Those are always just fun. I've never read a Veronica story by herself though, so it's interesting to see how that goes.
It'll be very G-rated.
1989. It's from. Yep.
Okay, if you want to full screen me, I will show round 2 of my show purchases.
Ooh, fancy.
I said went to the Jim and Dan's Comic Expo 4 times a year Dayton last week, and continuing on, Captain Marvel #3.
Cool.
He fights the Uber Skrull.
Uber.
And
so he drives around?
Yes. And then a few years later, Captain Marvel 51.
Guy's got a weird...
Mercurio.
Mercurio or Mercurio?
Let's see. Iron Man 194.
Whoa! There's 2 Iron Man on there.
Yes.
Is that the one where he takes on Rogue? I mean, Roddy? Is it?
Yeah, it's right after they've the plot line was when Rhodey got the Iron Man armor.
No, it's not Roddy. He said Roddy. We got to say it like that now.
It wasn't, the helmet wasn't attuned to his brain frequency, so it was giving him headaches, and then he eventually got to where he hated Tony. This is right after they'd patched things up.
Yeah, I remember those.
John Carter, Warlord of Mars, 15.
It's interesting because Tony didn't want to be Iron Man anymore.
And number 16.
Yeah, bring him to the gym. He goes there 4 times a year.
Yeah, I used to go 4 times a week. Boy, those feel like those memories now. Marvel Super Action, number 26.
Well, that was back when you were working there.
And that reprints Avengers 64. And here's Marvel Super Action 33, which reprints Avengers 72.
Ooh.
And then we switch to Marvel Super Action, which I believe is number 52 or 3. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then, it's 53, because this one is 54. Marvel Triple Action 47. And Power Man and Iron Fist 63.
I love that, the cards. The only cooler is if it was Gambit holding the cards.
Well, there was no Gambit yet.
I know.
Number 69.
So it wasn't cool.
Peter Parker, 23. Moon Knight fighting the Cyclone.
Why is it when I look that up, like I come across it, it says Spectacular Spider-Man, but then it's like later issues was it called Peter Parker?
No, the earlier ones were.
Okay.
They dropped the Peter Parker somewhere along the line.
Okay.
Here's Tarzan Annual number 3 from the Marvel series.
Ant-Man and the She-Devils. All right, Sonya and
Lord Greystoke.
Yeah.
There's a DC 100-page Super Spectacular number 15. Superboy.
And then Uncle Adio. I see that down there.
And here's Green Lantern 131.
Yes, a guy with the starfish.
Evil Star. And here's 189.
Monel.
That kind of looks like Mr. Spock.
That's Sonar. Here's JLA 168.
All right, nice.
And 174.
It kind of looked like the Casket Ancient Wonders.
There's OMAC Number 3. Yes, Superman 254. And Jay, thanks for the reminder. I will try to remember to dig out that Superman 233 and send it to you.
Somebody decided to package this book and put the corner folded in here. So I got a big crease now.
Bummer.
I know, right?
Tarzan 229 from the DC series. There was a guy that was selling books 2 for $1, and that's where I found all the Tarzans that I'm showing from.
Nice.
Here's 248.
Tarzan beating up on animals.
Here's Archie 150.
Ooh, the Midge on cover?
That
random
could be.
people.
It probably just some random people.
Yeah.
Here's Archie's Christmas stocking 158. And so one of my few Golden Age purchases, Crime Must Pay the Penalty, number 24.
Nice. How much that cost?
$2.50.
$2.50. That's
Yeah,
great.
it was beat up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like $250. That's a lot.
No. And Eyes Front, Megman, Herbie, number 23.
Versus a giant bear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a crime against humanity to have Herbie with a shirt on.
Here's Laugh 176.
Nice.
Yeah, speaking of Golden Age, Looney Tunes 138. I'll wait till Megman looks up because I know he likes these.
Those are nice. Yeah, my lap was number 19. But mine's newer.
This is the second series. Here's the 3rd and final issue of Planet of the Vampires. Ended on a cliffhanger. We'll never know. Here's issue 15 of Tippy's friend Go-Go.
Tippy.
These were Tower's answer to Archie.
It's funny because you bring up Tippy, and the first thing I go to is that damn squirrel. That squirrel girl has Tippy.
I did not know that.
You did. I know. You know.
Girls Love 162.
Nice.
And 178.
Those are all the books that were like, okay, these were DC, but those are the stuff that all sort of led up into the old EC stuff, because EC stuff did stuff like that, right? And then they put them in the red, and then they started going.
Was that her boyfriend in the background being cucked?
I don't know. Here's Girls Romance 141, where the mother and daughter are fighting over the same man.
Why not both?
Happens to me all the time.
My Love 26.
Cool.
My Romantic Adventures number 82. Is 130.
Oh, cool.
Here's Our Love Story 18. Number 30. And finally, Young Romance 171. So it should be one more week of books to show next week. I've saved some of the better ones for week 3 because I'm trying to read something. I couldn't wait on like the Avengers 9 and 16, but yeah, I've got some of the stuff that I haven't read yet. It's like the first Superman annual and Avengers 7.
Number 7. What's special about that?
It's 1963 or 4.
Almost as old as you.
Okay.
Yeah, first series.
Okay, I thought maybe there was like a key issue or something like there's something.
Actually, in the Bendis series, it is because it's the first appearance of God, I can't remember, Echo maybe. One time that was a $100 book. Now it's back down to like 30 or 40.
So out of all these, I was looking at these. Here, I'll go back to here. Or, where's the other one? No, I had another one. I don't want to do that. Nope, that's not it.
There you go.
There you go. Nope, whatever. I gotta take the stupid bubbles off so I can actually see stuff. I thought I had an extra thing. Oh, maybe I don't have one. I thought I did have all. I must. I apologize. Just 1 second. For some reason, it's settings here and.
Brain.
Yo.
Question for you in the comments.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
There it is. All right. For mine, I said I'll just do that. I'll just do that again. Here. So I do have. So now I have one, 2, and then I have. Then it jumps to 5, 7, 8, as you saw tonight, 9, and 10. So I'm only a few short.
So are you gonna wait to get them all to read it, or are you reading them as you go?
No, I'm gonna wait to read them, and then
that makes more sense. But
yeah, and then I'm probably gonna give them to my niece for her birthday. I was hoping if I could find all of them, I'd give it to her for Christmas. She loves Vision and the Scarlet Witch kind of thing. Sorry. So, and I haven't been able to find the original. I think it's a 4-issue miniseries from '84.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to actually going through this. Like I said, this is clever. Lovers and zombies. I kind of love this. And yeah, I'm just shocked that I got these at a decent price. Now, is issue 12 going to be like more expensive because it's like the last of the issue?
Yeah, it used to be, and there's a reason for that. Not because it's the last issue, but give me a second. I'm trying. I can't remember why it was, but I'll be able to tell you here in just a second.
Yeah, because I was hoping to get all of them, but then I realized, wait, some of them are actually going to be like a little expensive. It always seems to be the case. Whenever I'm down to the last issue, it's like, oh, you wanted that book? Well, now you got to pay more.
No, it's down to 20 again.
That's good.
Because of course, they spiked when WandaVision was coming.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's still up in price.
But let's see if they even still list why this was. It's first appearance of Wiccan as a child.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably the kids.
Wiccan and Tommy and the 2 kids. Yeah.
Yeah, because I figured as much. Because remember we kept asking how are they having kids? How is she pregnant?
well, see, when 2 people love each other,
Doesn't explain how you were made though. Test tube baby?
yes, probably hatched.
Hatched out of an egg. All right. On Cocoa. Right. All right. Alrighty then. I like the 4-issue series. I think I lost interest and dropped the 12-issue series after 2. This is Jackson White Kirk. Oh. That sucks. But again, when did you read this though? How many years ago was that? Was that recently? Or is it when you were buying it when it was coming out? Because I was just a baby in June in '85.
I remember getting it at the time. I just didn't think it was good at the time because I've never been a fan of either one of them. So probably got them and didn't read them.
I think the reason I got more eager to read them is because I just want happy couples in comic books. I'm just tired of the misery.
I bought them off the rack. I love that series, but but I'm not surprised, Jeff, that you didn't as much because I've always been superhero first, where I think you tend to gravitate towards horror, and you got through issue 2, and there hadn't been any eviscerations.
Well, I
yet.
know.
So no,
My horror came in later. I think I was more DC at the time.
This is a kids show. Don't talk about your haircut.
Yeah, horror.
Aurora? Is that
Yes, stripper that I know. But
it's like
yeah,
Vampirella, but Aurora?
yes, but
Okay, what's coming out?
I think I was more at the time like I dug Firestorm, I dug X-Men, stuff like that. I've never been an Avenger type of a guy.
Well, same here. I'm also not a Quicksilver fan. I just never have been. Scarlet Witch is hot.
Yeah.
And then she killed all mutants.
Yeah, I remember just loving Firestorm.
I mean, I gotta figure out what the story is behind the granny haircut for Wonder Man.
God!
Richard Howell's just not particularly a good artist.
That looks like a woman.
Yeah, it's Aunt May.
I was gonna say some,
The W is upside down. It's supposed to be May. It's like Waylon Smithers who shot Mr. Burns. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I like Avengers, but in smaller doses. I'm not a huge Avengers comic books fan. I was kind of like that with the movies too. I was kind of like, we had the first Avengers, and then after a while, I just didn't care for the Avengers movies. But
wow, the original Avengers series is hands down my favorite comic of all time.
Yeah,
that and Amazing Spider-Man.
Captain America is probably the next series I'm gonna get into. Just reading, collecting epic collections. I love the Brubaker run. And what I've read of the Soul series back when he's debuted in 100 or 106 was. Yeah.
We had Stan Lee, Steve Englehart, Roy Thomas, Mark Grunwald. I mean, Cap was always a very steady to very good.
The Steranko issues, man.
Well, there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, I know, but wow. Like, so you've read all of them all the way through, all the way into like the Diamondback and the 90s stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what is your favorite run?
The ones in the 130s, 40s, and 50s I really liked a lot.
Is that when he's becomes a police officer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also liked Roger Stern and John Byrne had an 8-issue run from 247 to
Roger Stern
was 9. No, I'm sorry, 248 to 255, which was excellent.
You put Roger Stern in any book, I'll read it.
Yeah. And it's just like I said. I mean, there's no bad runs. All the way through. When it got high into the 300s, it started tailing off for me, and then it picked back up probably towards the end of the original series when Wade took over the book again.
Yeah.
Then the Image debacle, and then they brought him back, and Mark Wade was on the book again, and then they gave it to I can't remember. It had John Cassidy art, so the art was good, but the writer was, it was like a prototype of Ta-Nehisi Coates.
When did they introduce Diamondback? Was that 90s or late 80s?
80s.
Late 80s?
Yeah, she was a member of the Serpent Society.
Yeah. But like when they started dating and like when you see Steve wearing the trench coat, was that 90s?
Late 80s, early
late
90s,
80s?
I think.
Because that one caught my attention, and it just looked cool,
Well, the Captain America Diamondback was almost like a poor man's Batman Catwoman. It was definitely inspired by that, but I was always my favorite Cap relationship wasn't Sharon, wasn't Diamondback, it was Bernie. Bernie Rosenthal. She was a
I might went with a Bernie Sanders.
Bernadette, but and she was a law student, lived in his apartment building because for about I don't know, from like 50 to 70 issues, Steve lived in an apartment, and his neighbors became supporting cast. The landlady was an Auschwitz survivor.
Wow.
And of course, it was it was done in the 80s.
What is that?
So it was the Captain America books in like the two, probably following the Stern run. Well, no, I'm sorry. That's
Can I just say, so if I start reading around this time, like, is there a long subplot going along, or what do you think I can just start there?
No, that long subplot. He moved into the building, I want to say before Byrne and Stern, whoever was writing between Kirby and Stern, which would have been somewhere between 215 and 247.
So this is the same building that JMS put him in his run, right?
I don't know if he went back to that same building or if he went back to his childhood, but I don't remember. But
well, the one in the you're talking about with Straczynski, that was his mom's old building.
Yeah, but I mean, try to imagine Captain. Well,
230 is Ron Wills, or is that? Yeah, Roger McKenzie and Roger Stern.
Okay, Roger McKenzie. Yeah, that's
1978.
But
with Hulk on it.
Try to imagine, I said, a Captain America book. I said with a legitimate supporting cast. I said JMS tried it, but he's done. I mean, it's
16's the last issue, isn't it?
I think the book did get canceled and good riddance. It was dreadful.
Yeah, I only picked up the first like 3 or 4.
So you're saying I should start over here.
I want to say there's no bad place to start. Probably the weakest issues were the Kirby ones when he came back in 76.
So I'm looking at here. This is 215.
Okay, that's right after Kirby left again.
So it's with this is Roy Thomas. You have George Huska doing the art, and then you have Sam Wilson's Falcon right there. And then as you let me make the screen a little bigger, people can see it.
Hey, is the Secret Six? Isn't that a bad guy group?
Yeah,
that's DC villains, isn't it?
So why would Kent and his little Flamo be?
But look at that cover. That's a Gil Kane, Joe Sinnott, Stanza, and Gasper Saladino.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, I can answer that, Jeff, because Natalie Maines is a one-trick pony, and like I said, she wrote the. I'm sorry, they wrote the John Kent, pink twink haircut boyfriend and the trans dreamer triangle. So of course, anything that they put her on them, is going to have. That's where that triangle is going to be explored.
So, Jackson Rooker saying the only Bernie issues I've read are during the Deathlock story. I hate that log of passion.
You won't hate this. Trust me, it was very well done.
Like I said, the Deathlock. I tried to get into that when I was
Deathlock is only worth reading when he's part of a story.
Okay, he's guest.
Yeah, I was never a huge. The Astonishing Tales weren't bad because they were the first Deathlock stories, and then there's a 4-issue Prestige format series after that.
Yep.
In the late 80s, which was very well done. But the 90s series, my God, it couldn't have been more 90s if it had an Image banner on it.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks kind of cool.
Like it is. I loved. Yeah, because I said I bought this new, and it was. Jackson said,
agents.
He said, just avoid the Kirby run.
Yeah.
I won't say avoid it now, but
I've read some of the Kirby run. I appreciate it.
I was so glad to see it end. It was just like, it was like waiting for, like a.
Did it go like Scott? Did it go like Scott Snyder? It starts off strong and then you just you're just praying for the end.
He didn't have it anymore.
I'll be back in a second.
Now it's just it's comics history, but yeah, when this Shield team 2 of the 4 ended up working for the Secret Society and turned on S.H.I.E.L.D.
Blue Streak and Secret and Texas Twister.
No, not Texas Tornado or Texas Twister.
Marvel Boy.
No, you got the one, Blue Streak and the
Vamp?
the woman. Yeah, Vamp. But the other one was the guy ended up being Quasar.
Oh, Quasar.
Yeah. But he didn't get his name. He didn't officially become Quasar till Hulk 234.
Don Glut doing some writing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. John Buscema and Pablo Marcos. Yeah, so like I said, I'm looking at reading some of these, and then was there any Captain America Christmas issues? Do you remember?
Not that I know of. God, what a joy it was to open Captain America's and not see blocky figures everywhere. No offense to the king, but
that was BLOCKY, right?
But I said it was. He was past his sell-by date when he came back to Marvel. That's just fact.
Breen, do you remember when I first started going on camera and I talked about Kirby and with you and Engelty?
And I backed you.
I know. I know. I said the blockheads are just.
It wasn't. No, that's the problem. It wasn't the heads. It was everything else were blocks. They looked like Legos.
I was thinking more like Minecraft.
Hey, he was ahead of his times. He was doing Lego Avengers. He was way ahead of his times.
I said these look cool. It's like I might start collecting these.
Is this Epic Collection covering these just coming out or something?
I don't know. I gotta look for it. They probably have it out. If it don't, I'll be
I'm sure they do.
Don Glut took over in 2019.
Well, Don Glut wasn't a comic writer, so I mean he was a horror writer, but not a. I don't think he was on there very long.
And speaking of feet, don't even get started if you have what's his name, the Deadpool guy on feet.
Yeah, 220. Is Don Glut still on the book? Yeah, Don Glut. Then you have David Kraft and Steve Gerber, also taking some writing here.
I think his baby food was a little bit better than his writing, though.
Like I said, I love this website, marvel.fandom.com, because they have everything in here. They list it pretty much. They're thorough when it comes like the stories stuff. They tell you who's in there now, and they say, "Oh, it's a first appearance." Doesn't mean it's a hot issue though. It just means it's their only appearance with that character.
There wasn't a lot of Steve Rogers in the first year or so post Kirby, but there's still good stories, and then it just. Like I said, Cap was always a very consistent book.
I'm noticing Ernie Chan's in a lot of these covers. It's either Gil Kane or
Ernie Chan did a lot of covers,
and Gil Kane,
and so did Ernie Chow. Because DC was Chow, Marvel was Chan, same guy.
So Steve Gerber was on the last issue. Now Steve Gerber is now taking over and did this issue. So it seems like they're rotating until they actually get an actual ongoing writer.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting Kirby to leave. I don't think anybody was disappointed when he left again. But
when did he die? In the 90s?
No, he died 15 years later. But he came back to Marvel in late 1975.
Oh, okay.
After 5 years at DC.
Mike set cover. Peter Gillis.
It just whatever magic he had was gone. And honestly, Kirby is not a good writer. He's a fantastic creator.
He's an artist.
But what made Lee and Kirby magic was Stan Lee had a gift for gab, and that's those two together.
The dialogue, and then you have the art. Yeah.
And unfortunately,
some artists shouldn't be writers, and some writers shouldn't be artists.
I'm not saying Kirby shouldn't be a writer. It's not that
he's not a
bad writer.
Yeah, he's not like McFarlane.
Exactly. If Jack Kirby had written The Fourth World, it would have been a monster.
Roger McKenzie's popping up a lot too. Daredevil. He's on Captain America.
You know what his claim to fame is on Daredevil?
Was the Black Widow one?
He was the writer when Frank Miller took over as artist, and then Frank basically pushed him out about a year and a half later.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm awning one, Breen.
Oh, did you quit smoking?
No.
It says.
No. Yeah, there's if I quit that, the other one's gonna start back up again. I can tell you that much right now.
One of the other girls I follow on Twitter, she said she got back from her appointment. They found 2 lumps in her lungs. She says she's basically just quitting cigarettes.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff on my lungs that just shouldn't be there, but yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I think the other thing is going to kill me quicker. So if I quit this, the other one's going to kill me quicker. So.
Well, it doesn't kill you. It makes you stronger.
Yeah, back to so before this. Before this kills me. These are definite recommends. Of course, that's pretty much the case with any Marvel comic in this era.
This is a pop-up cover. I've seen this multiple times on some trades.
Who is that? Who's that?
The Constrictor.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
At one time, the Constrictor and Taskmaster were instructors in the Avengers Academy.
Yeah.
Before the Taskmaster went heel again. But
look for the Deathlike Complete Collection. It only covers the 70s and 80s stories.
Yeah, that's worth reading. It's just everything that came after that's really not.
Like, I just want to read some more Captain America books, and like I said, I like having the guest stars when you have Vision or Tony Stark and stuff, and all pop up here. You can. And here you go.
Very enjoyable.
Now, my only Marvel team groups were the Byrne Fantastic Four run, the X-Men, especially under Claremont, and the original X Factor.
You know what I like about this cover, though? This cover has white lighting on it instead of black lighting. Blue streak.
Okay, Zach.
I'm just saying, it looks like it's basically the white version of him. Yeah, this is the one I kind of want to read.
That looks like a good. That.
And this is what they did. If you guys see the trailer for the new Falcon,
the Brave New World or something like that.
And he's and the Red Hulk's pondering it in the hammer. He's getting pushed in. I'm like, there's no way he's not getting hurt.
Dead.
Like, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, by the way, you want to read? Okay, while we do this on the channel,
yeah.
What was it I read the other day? Captain America 105. Where it's a Red Skull issue, and
I think
we'll get to say Governor a whole lot.
Governor?
I think we read that though.
I don't remember reading it.
That's I have to look it up.
Maybe we did, but those early issues they're pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. You'll have to consult with Marania. Marania's got a playlist of everything. But no, I look at this cover. Like, would you not want to own this? I don't know who the writer is. I'm just looking at the cover.
Oh.
That looks cool.
That's either continued from or continued in Hulk 232.
Yep. Yeah.
Mackenzie and Stern, it looks like.
Yeah. It's Mackenzie and Stern with Sal Buscema, Don Perlin doing the inking.
And that would have been Roger McKenzie probably mentoring Roger Stern.
Yep. Yeah. 79, 70. Yeah. Release date, it says 78, but the cover date is 79. So this is my question now. Is the release date, that's the date that the public got it, right? The cover date's always like a
cover date's always a few days, a couple months ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know why, right?
For magazine.
So you leave them on the newsstands longer.
Yeah. And it always throws me off, and it's like, so whenever I put when we do our reading, I always try to make sure they have the date on there when it's what it is when it came out and stuff. So I'm like, sometimes it throws me off because it's like they'll have the same month, and some books, the newer books, they'll have the same month as a cover date being released. So
well, now there's no reason not to.
Yeah. But
no newsstands to be on anymore.
Yes.
Peggy Carter? What? She was alive? That can't be right.
Yeah, but she was older.
Oh.
And she still loved Steve, but Steve was in love with her sister, Sharon.
I thought Sharon was her niece. Is that a retcon?
No, in the old days, I think she was her younger sister.
Oh.
Which didn't really make a whole lot of sense how that could work out timeline. Should have been a niece.
Yeah. That's why I was.
Now it's niece, isn't it?
I think now it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I come across sometimes I come across writers or artists I've never heard of. Keith Pollard and Ellen Reeve I've heard of. Andre McKenzie, and it's cool to see Don Brown's doing inking. But
Roger McKenzie has written some stories in. I don't know if he's still writing, but remember Creeps that predated Shudder?
Mm-hmm.
He did a few stories in that.
Yeah.
Jim Shooter. He knew. He and the guy that used to own the store where I worked for a few years.
Yeah.
Knew each other. That's why Paul started carrying those books before they got wide distribution.
All right, we're saying that JD says that the Cap issue with the Patriot in the hospital and waiting for Cap to come visit him, just holding on to his last breath, was really gut punching and heartwarming. See, that's what I like. I love stuff like that. Was that a Roger Stern story, or is that just
I don't remember?
But I mean, I love stuff like that. Roger Stern, he just knows how to just capture the spirit and the humanity, the human side of these characters, and just really shows that, hey, if you go and look at when he wrote The Kid Who Collected Spider-Man, that was also him. You have that issue, and then he also wrote the Action Comics. I think it was 460 something with Action Comics. Sorry, Adventures of Superman. With Alice, who's basically living inside her mother died, was sick, passed away, and they were behind in the rest. She got evicted out of the apartment. She's homeless, and she's been living in the Daily Planet, a closet supply. Pretending that she's going home, but actually she's just sleeping inside there. And like I said, it's just I love stories like that. Yeah, real stories like that. If you want to add some real life stuff to these comic books, that's the stuff I like. Not activist crap.
Well, you're just behind the times there, Sunshine.
No, I don't collect the times at all. Yeah. Yeah, Roger McKenzie's still on here too. Our love is over, Cap, and the Grand Director says you must die. Sharon, what? Dames, I can't trust them.
That was foreshadowing for Captain America 25, 20 years later. 25 years later.
Yeah, these are cool. Look at this. This is what I want for comic books. I want heroes either the first meeting or just basically coming across each other and just beating the shit out of each other. But not not where it's in the way Batman versus Superman was done. That was just a mush of everything. It could have still been done well, but if they had established them meeting in a different movie instead of the second movie. But anyway,
Daredevil 43 is the one you want for the good Daredevil Captain America brawl.
The boxing one,
where Cap's putting on the exhibition,
the boxing match,
and something happens to Daredevil, and he
just
tries to beat the shit out of him.
That has the Jester, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I think we read that on it. Trusty was the Jester. Yeah. Who let Daredevil fly a plane? And here we go. Ed Anakin. I've never heard of this guy before. Joe Rubinson, I still have.
Oh, God. Ed Hannigan. Remember the Green Arrow series that Mike Grell wrote?
Yeah.
Ed Hannigan was the artist for the first 50 issues.
Oh, nice. Yep. Jack Abel and Frank Miller. Good inking. Cool.
God, Jack Abel, God rest his soul. That was another. If you open a book and saw he was inking, it's like, oh.
Better than George Bell?
Well, the problem with Jack Abel is if You could have a fantastic, art.
Yeah.
And he would come Jack Abel all over it.
Boys,
now there's certain if Klaus Janson inks a book, you know it, and he can save the worst artists because he was inking Keith Giffen on the Defenders.
Yep.
When Giffen was in his Jack Kirby phase, and the first issue he didn't ink, it was like, holy shit!
You know
this
what?
Is awful.
You know what? I love to see crossover will be Sergeant Rock and Captain America.
You know, it's pretty bad when it's either really good or really bad when your name becomes verbized.
Well,
Chris Claremont.
Well,
with George Bell doing the coloring.
We got, the closest we're ever going to get to that was Sergeant Fury 13 when, that featured Captain America and Bucky.
Yeah. Hawk Riders. The Mind Governor. Widowmaker first appearance. Must be a small character.
Barry Windham?
I don't know. Dove Coat with Widowmaker. Huh.
Yeah, Jeff, you must have been watching WWF the 3 weeks that he was the Widowmaker.
That was
there you go, Peter Gillis again.
That was IRS, wasn't he?
No, that was Rotundo.
So you have Peter Gillis in the writing and Fred Kita. It's another name I've never heard of.
Oh, did you watch Saturday Night?
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah, I saw that. They made a big deal out of it.
Who's back?
He did a good job.
Ventura.
Jesse.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. How many times did he slip into politics?
None. That I remember. It just shows that hell has frozen over once or twice because he said he'd never be back.
Here's something. Paul and Alan, the Kupperberg brothers, writing and drawing. No. Yeah, like I said, here's another good, awesome cover.
Frank Miller. That book is not cheap.
Oh, I imagine. I mean, look at the pose. You got Punisher aiming a gun at Captain America with the shield on the ground. He's standing like he's Captain Morgan. 3 feet to the wind.
I'm trying to remember. I think there's more.
Mike W. Barr. Frank Springer.
Barr is always good.
Mike Barr wrote that?
Yeah, Mike Barr wrote this.
And Mike Barr has about 10 credits at Marvel and about 10,000 at DC.
Yeah.
Barr's good. I like him.
Stern was editor. George Bell doing the coloring again.
And you know what Mike Barr from, right?
Well, he's from Mantra. I know.
He also wrote all the Outsiders.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mantra, and he also did Camelot 3000.
Every time I hear the name Stern, I think of the movie Heavy Metal with Captain Stern.
Well, if you just say Stern, I go straight to which one do you want? Bushwhacked? Do you want Home Alone? Any Daniel Stern movie.
Wow.
Yeah, Bushwhacked is a horrible movie.
241 books for 90 still.
Jeez.
And the only significance is it's the first time they fight. Good Lord.
Look, Marania. This would be a great cover and cover ranking. Look at that. Iron Man is now beheaded. Oof. That's Al Milgram, Steve Grant. Don Perlin's been doing the penciling.
Steve Grant, is he related to Eddie?
Who?
No. Shut up, Jeff.
That goes without saying.
Rock down to Electric Avenue.
I was just going to say, do they live on Electric Avenue? That probably would have.
I would say, tell him to shut up goes without saying. I think I know we had to see it out loud.
Yeah, we need Pixel to record. Quiet, Jeff! Like Mickey Mouse, let's play that whenever Jeff says anything.
Quiet, Jeff! I can't do that.
Hey, I think I'll have made it if I get my own recording. I mean, what's his name? We have the Carlito spitting apples. I need one of my own for me.
You know, I forgot about that gift. I gotta go find that for Zach every time he has a bad take.
I mean, Zach gets the apples. I should get something.
Yeah. I said I used to just play I used to have the mid with the whenever
he gets two. He gets mid and he gets the apples.
I know. Well, actually, no, he got three. Remember, he had the mob with the pitchforks.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'll settle for only one.
I gotta go back and like edit these and just add in like this random stuff for when Zach does something. What Yul Carter does is kind of do something like that. Yeah, that guy Yul puts a lot of effort into those his streams. That's crazy. Because my thing is I'd hate to put all that work in and then like 30 people watched it.
Who are you talking about? Who puts in a lot of effort?
Yul Carter.
Oh.
Whenever you ever watch his live streams on Thursday? I think he does.
Yeah. Most of those. He put a lot of work into it initially, but I think it runs the same one now.
No, but mostly. I mean, he grabs those clips and he has a lot of stuff. It's like, imagine him just having a bunch on external hard drives and just like, hey, which one I want to put together today? And just like, I don't know how he doesn't get channel strikes, you know?
Well, because all that stuff's probably in the public domain now.
Yeah. Careful with the rank and mass, though. I'd be afraid to get struck down. Aunt May with a gun? No, wait, no.
I think that's Steve's landlord.
Yeah. Night of the Nazi Hunter. Anna Watkins, don't. He took my booze. Another Frank Miller cover. See, this is what I want to go back to Captain America and like, I know we're doing Christmas cover rankings around Isle Comics, but I'd rather just kind of do Captain America. Like these are just fun.
There's a Perez cover.
Yep, that's the second one we showed. The other one had the purple guy, and then Peter Gillis and Jerry Bingham. Jerry Bingham, I recognize that name, but I just don't know what he's attached to, other than this.
I know he drew. No, I don't know. His name just pops up a lot.
It does.
Oh yeah, Jim DeMatteis was a writer for a while too.
Oh, nice.
Jim DeMatteis.
You're all breaking my heart. Oh, sorry.
Who does that song?
Okay, no. So so they did 9 issues. Because that's 9 issues.
Stern and Byrne.
Yeah.
With what's colors on there? Still George Bell.
Yeah, he lasted from the golden age into the 80s.
Like I said, I get a feeling that George Bell was the kind of guy he just wanted to work. He didn't care about the money.
Probably had to work.
You think that was the case? He had to work?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
There's some people who just don't want retirement.
There are a whole lot of comic pros that
were screwed over.
Yeah, it's the rank and file have never made good money in this.
Here you go. First appearance of Bernie. Bernie Rosenthal. It's just issue 248. The Dragon Man.
Yeah, didn't who was that? Who's that? You mentioned him earlier. That creator that is really kind of going after the companies for the way they grafted the creators in the beginning.
Wasn't it Kirby sue?
No, not. I know they sued, but there's a guy that's kind of modern he's a historian.
Oh,
kind of a long, mini voweled name.
I don't know.
The only long name I know is Garcia Lopez.
No. He's more of the Italian persuasion, I think.
Oh,
starts with a Z, I think.
Suinga?
No. But I'll look it up. I'll probably, if I can remember next week.
Zex? Is it his last name or are you talking about his first name start with a Z?
Z, I think. He's really outspoken about the industry. He wrote an encyclopedia, and I think he was with Marvel for a long time. Wrote inside the encyclopedia on the comics stuff.
Oh,
or history of stuff. But
that was John Ridley. The other history. No, So it looks like Stern and Byrne were, this is the start of basically their run with Bernadette Rosendahl. Cool. So now I know where to start. 248. Yeah. Man, look at this. Win a Toys R Us shopping spree.
I remember those. Those little banners.
What do I win today on the cover? Nothing. Today's covers, man, are just, they're okay, but like I love these. I love the old school Marvel Comics trade group up there. How it just looks so formal. Everything up there in the left corner.
There's the head ones.
Yeah.
In the corner head ones.
Yeah, the People's Choice. Captain America for President. That one I see all the time. And then there's Solomon Grundy.
or Mr. Hyde.
Oh, is it Mr. Hyde? I guess it is Mr.
Yeah,
Hyde.
Grundy's DC, man. Grundy's Batman.
Hey.
Same thing, same guy.
It could be Gray Hulk for all I know. It's like danger, liquid, natural gas, the Leaper, the Owl, and a falling Captain America. Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a blockbuster. Cap-L's the bait truck in Mr. Hyde. Man, yeah, I'm gonna throw some. I might throw some of these into the for right next couple readings. With Puppeteen gone for about a month, we'll have a reduced cast. Oh, Bear and Blood. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was an excellent two-part series, or two-part issue.
It's John Faltworth disguised. Okay. But look at that. This is John Byrne and Rubenstein. I just love that cover. That looks like the old horror books.
Yes.
Kind of like a Bernie Wrightson almost in a sense, with the way how they do the shading stuff. That's cool. See, these are the books that Angleton needs to start putting in some of the cover rankings. Why wasn't that in the Halloween stuff?
Well, I don't know.
I tell you why, because he chooses the ones he likes. This is cool. Oh no! What happened to Captain Britain? Or sorry, that's Jack, right?
Well, that's the original Union Jack.
Yeah.
From World War II, but he'd aged out, and his nephew took over, and now he's a twink.
I just want more Bear and Blood stories. Is there a lot of them, or is it just only like a few?
It's been a handful.
I really liked Jed McKay brought back Bear and Blood during the whole vampire thing. And I love that issue with Captain America and just basically it's like just talking and just basically giving him sass.
Oh yeah, Roy created him for the Invaders.
Yep.
His first appearance was Invaders 7.
This is Stern and Byrne. Wow. I've never seen this. Some of these covers I've never seen. I've never seen this in circulation.
Probably kind of expensive, but
who knows? Look at this. The Ghost of Greymore Castle. Marie Severin doing the cover. I love it. The eyes and everything behind there.
And who took over? Because that
Mantle and Gene Colan.
Yeah, that was an inventory issue because the Stern Byrne breakup. I can't remember what caused it, but it was sudden and kind of left him flat-footed.
Yeah. Then Mike W. Barr and Jim Shooter were back on the next issue.
Yeah, I think this was an inventory story also.
Yeah. Blasted by Blockbuster. This is Chris Claremont.
I think it gets started again.
What's that?
No, I think I think this was
getting Claremont
and back to regular continuity.
Yeah.
Notice who wasn't there anymore.
Who?
Byrne.
Well, no, that's because I said they.
Oh, Claremont. Okay, it was Claremont. Yeah, I thought Stern had already started back up again. Never mind. I misread it.
Captain America, Doc Ock. How have you not done this story? You gotta tell me about these. I'll need all the
There's only
doctor.
so much we can read, Beckman.
I know, but we can read the Doc Ock stories. Jim Shooter, David Michelin, yeah. Quick Draw Studios. Frank McLaughlin from the McLaughlin Group. Remember that? I remember the 90s. My parents would watch the McLaughlin Group and whatever it was, PBS or whatever it was.
Yeah, my dad would watch that, and also what was his name? Louis Rukeyser. I don't know if you remember that, Brain. He was stocks. He was a stocks guy.
Oh, L. Milgram doing the writings. I thought he was just an artist. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I never would have thought L. Milgram actually would do any writing. I thought, because I said a lot of these guys were just artists.
Is that Nomad on the left? Blue and yellow.
First appearance, Edward Furble.
Yeah. Okay. I thought Rogers was Nomad.
DeMatteis.
He was, but then Jack Monroe became Nomad.
Vince Coletta, wow, doing inking in a 1981 story. Huh. Here's the big captain and look.
Big and small captain.
Yep. So Quick Draw Studios, that's new. I didn't realize they hired out. I mean,
that was probably just a name for whatever people were, whatever group of people. Like Krusty Bunkers, that was Neil Adams' studio.
Loud that Mary enjoyed. So you said you were liking this all the way through the DeMatteis?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
But I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm just looking to see. Who started at 248 and we were already at 264. And it's just been nonstop. Awesome. Witness an American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes.
Who got hurt supposedly?
I'll give him mad respect. When the guy had a torn pectoral muscle and he was still wrestling, even though you could see it.
No, but supposedly he, after the thing Saturday night, he got attacked and Paul driven, and then this was after it went off the air.
Paul driven?
Yeah, whatever. Then this is all after they went off the air, and so what's his name stole the belt and went up to, and Triple H went out. They got into a big shoving contest at the top of the thing,
and they fell off the building, died.
No, they must not have gotten video of that.
No.
Triple H was cooking. It was cinema. And AEW sucks.
Yeah. Look at they already ruined Camille. We haven't seen her in in 2 weeks now. It's like, dude, she's probably either injured or they're waiting for her to come back to attack Monet. Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks needs to lose the title soon. I hope they do it at Dynasty.
I heard she has no mic skills.
She really doesn't.
Which is odd considering when she was Sasha Banks, she kind of did.
Yeah.
I don't know what's not working here.
So
but it's not.
The rumor is that she adds to the writers. She tells the writers what she wants to do.
Okay, well that explains it because she has better writers in WWE.
Or I mean, it could be that, or it could be the fact that maybe the writers aren't that great.
Now, who do you think attacked Jade Cargill or whatever her name is? I'm thinking it's the ponytail woman.
I'm thinking. I hope so because she desperately needs to go heel.
Belinda, whatever her name is, or what's
Bianca
her name?
Belair.
Bianca Belair. My mind's like, Linda Blair? That's not right.
Yeah, different medium.
Yeah, we read this one too. The Salt, and we remember this. So, yeah, a lot of good books on this. I said, there's just so many. David Kraft. There's another guy. I don't. There must have been a lot of one hit wonder stints, these guys had, and then they kind of maybe did some few books around here. Now is that like fill-in art writers? That's the only guy I can think of. But, man.
Hey, guess who's coming to Comic-Con in April?
Is it a girl that you like? An actress?
Yes. I think you like her too.
Is the girl from is it Yancy Butler? Or is it
No,
she
I
from Babylon
wish.
5?
No, the Babylon 5 woman was already here. It's
Yeah.
from some movies you like too, by the way.
Oh, really?
A lot of people like that trilogy of movies. And another movie that was probably one of the worst comic book movies ever made.
Is it comic movies?
Yes, she was in one of the worst comic book movies ever made and one of the best trilogy movies, non-comic book, ever made.
Kate Beckinsale?
No, I wish. Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson?
Yep. She was in Howard the Duck, which is probably, and also we missed the Flash Gordon. Sam Jones is coming back up.
I want to meet like Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, I've been in love with her forever.
I mean, she was on what was she on? The Boys. She still looked good.
Yes. She's one of the few. She's one of the women that gets better looking with age. Her and a couple other ones.
Hey, look, they got Etrigan in the back there. So Brian, the book you got the Batman Silent Night one, or not? Is that the one of the books you didn't get?
No, I got that.
What do you think of Robin calling him out and saying like, "Hey, they didn't rhyme"?
I didn't notice.
There's a line in there in the new Batman Silent Night Santa Claus issue, and Etrigan says something, and Robin's like, "Hey, that didn't rhyme one bit," and he's just kind of like he corrects him on his grammar. He's like, "Oh, that's because you don't understand this word for another word." I just thought it was kind of funny because like all of us the younger readers know him for rhyming everything because of the cartoon series, but in the comic books, I guess he didn't rhyme as much. He never did. That was until like the series, I guess, in the 90s when they started making him rhyme, if I'm recalling correctly. Because in the 70s,
I don't think Kirby did that when he created him.
Good. That would be great though.
Guys, that's why something made me feel old.
What's that?
Stringer Bell was killed 20 years ago today on The Wire.
Somebody stands like, you remember when like Star Trek, it used to be like 30 years old. Well, Voyager is 30 years old.
Yeah.
It's like,
you still have to listen to Robert Picardo making all these stupid political comments on Twitter.
Team America.
Love that movie.
A year on the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Yeah, these actually look kind of cool. I noticed that Mike Zeck's on a lot of these. So him and DeMatteis are like the main two.
No, Zeck was the artist. He was the artist.
No, but I mean, like Zeck
that was the team on the book.
That was the team. Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of outspoken leftists, Zeck, he crawled out of the old age home to announce he was going to Blue Sky.
Oh, gee, sheep.
Exactly.
Hey, look, a wrestling match. There you go. The Mystery of X. Eric, bringing the Bulls beat the Celtics somehow.
Wow.
David Kraft did more sci-fi stories. Bankman hating on Underworld. How dare you, sir? No, I wasn't hating on Noah. I was just wondering who he's talking about because I'm like, as far as I know, Kate Beckinsale hasn't been in a comic book. Well, no, actually, no. Take it back. That trilogy was a comic book movie.
No, they did comics after the.
You sure? I thought Underworld was before.
That was an original creation.
Sure.
But Howard the Duck was first, and then Howard the Duck the movie.
I don't count Howard the Duck as a comic book movie.
Yeah, I don't count
it as a movie at all in general.
Yeah. That movie sucked. The other good thing about seeing that movie was her in a thong, and that was,
Jeff, this isn't the channel to talk about that filthy stuff.
Hey,
unless you got photos.
I didn't say anything dirty.
No. The only thing I saw dirty there was her sleeping with Howard.
Yeah, the whole implication of that's just mind wipe on that one.
Yeah. There you go, the Howling Commandos. Is that the one you're talking about? Breen?
What?
When I said I was talking about they made they went crossover with Sergeant Rock.
No. The original, when it's Sergeant Fury number 13.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah, I'd say it's about time to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it. I was just going through. But I said that's a lot of cool Captain America books. Wait, Underworld had comic books?
Yes.
When did this happen? Well,
they're not good, but
probably during when your comic book store was open, you just didn't notice
because they weren't all that good. The art in them sucked. I think I have a trade paperback of it, and it's just.
It was just like The Assignment was a comic book before they tried making it into a movie. That's the one with the Frank Kitchen, the assassin gets forced gender change by the doctor, who's played by Sigourney Weaver, and Michelle Rodriguez plays the trans man.
I don't know that movie.
They came out in 2000. It was so they basically that movie was done by the same guy. It was Walter Hill. Yeah, it's Walter Hill did this movie. And Walter Hill has a lot of weird movies. I still say today is 48 Hours is his best movie.
I know someone personally know somebody in that movie.
Oh, really? Were they in the bar being called a honky?
No. It's Denise Crosby. Good friend of her. She's Tasha Yar, Bing's granddaughter. But she's she's a blonde woman. She was in the first season of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Actually, when did Underworld come out?
2001, 2002, I think.
Underworld comic. The movie's on 2003, and then the comic book. I want to say right around that time, 2015. Oh, that's a different book. But yeah, so right after 2003, they started IDW started adapting it, and I remember the art was just not that good.
Yeah,
it was like 30 Days a Night bad.
Yeah,
which is a really good movie. All right, though. Well, we are wrapping up here. Join us for tomorrow when we actually start reading some comic books for you, and maybe one will be Captain America. Maybe we'll do one of those. But if you haven't done so, please check out our Ko-Fi link if you want to support the channel. Give us a little Christmas bonus, maybe. We're going to need money to get Palpatine back from the Philippines. He's held ransom. So if you can donate.
Held ransom in the.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to pay it. I'm just going to say we need the money. But I mean, hey, you chose to go into a third world country. You take that risk.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know who wants a puppet though. That's kind of weird. Tomorrow we got 2 readings starting around 9 p.m. No, sorry, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have the girls back with it. Lesser Sisters and Morani will be on here. And then we'll do another reading right afterwards shortly with hopefully we get Trusty Sidekick in here. We'll get a drunk James Mason for something. We're owed it. Don't lie, IDV. You're going to pay them to keep him. Who says I didn't already pay them to take him?
Shit, I'm next. That's who they're coming after me next, damn it.
No. I don't have to worry about anybody taking you out. You'll do it yourself. No. But anyway, guys. I hope you guys had fun and you saw some books that you liked. I know we haven't really been addressing some of this chat in here, but thinking about comic books back then, I really appreciate and I like their cover represent the art and inside. Now it's a scam where exactly. That's the world's finest. I expected Dan Moore to be on there until I opened up and I was like, what is this? And I quickly put it back on the shelf because I've been out of it. I dropped it a while back and I was like, okay, I'll just kind of go in there because it has Batgirl on the cover and she looks cool. And then I open up, it's like, what is his art? This isn't Dan Mora. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that. You know, when you have a nice fancy pinup cover artist, doing there, and then the interior is like is that a guy? Is it Jason Mewes as Captain America or Captain Marvel? Yeah. And I think any other comments?
No.
All right. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, One Slick Dude. And Undead Quinn, I think already bounced probably. And MK, I think you're being here. Jackson Roykirk. J-Man D. J. Lucian, Marania, and MKF30, and Brian Stam, if you're still around. Thank you for all watching. Hope you guys had fun. And as I said, always leave a comment down below. Just saying hello, whatever. It helps with the algorithm, helps people basically tells YouTube, hey, I like this channel. And maybe they'll promote us more. But hey, Vicky, new Ghostbuster Netflix. I know. It's not nothing. It's not nothing new news. They've been talking about this since 2001, since Afterlife. They're talking about doing a Netflix thing. I hope it's good, but it's on Netflix. It could go DEI real quick, you know. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't want Arcane Ghostbusters, whatever that was. I just wanted to be about Ghostbusters and not just about their sexuality or their skin color. I don't want that crap. And I guess, of course, I do know. My name's only Real Dr. Vankman, RDV, and people call me Vankman. How would I not know? But, all right, guys. See you later.
Good night, kids.
Night.